Hey guys,
Welcome to the Rev live stream.
welcome to the Rev live stream. We are the Bowl Cut Boys.
With Reese and Ty.
With
or
Reese and
should I
Ty. Bowl
say
Cut Boys with Reese and Ty.
Skirt and Vroom.
Skirt and Vroom. Now you may be wondering, why are we wearing dressing gowns today, folks?
Well, I don't know, Reese.
Just waiting to get the live up on the
here we
iPad
go.
here so we
Just
can
getting in.
interact with you guys, see who's in the chat, just see what's going on,
Hopefully
guys.
the volume is not too loud.
Hopefully
That's
the
all right.
volume's not too loud, you know. We're just here, we're here because, Ty, last week was a pretty intense week.
Just turning the volume down here, folks.
That's right.
Yeah, if you didn't tune into last week's live.
What happened last week? I can't quite remember. I think I've suppressed the memory in my own mind.
I think I lost a bit of memory cells from that as well, Reese.
Honestly, yeah?
I think I remember a bit of hotness
Bit
in
of
my
hotness,
throat.
yeah. No, I remember something very
Yes.
small and very orange going into my mouth. I think it was a chili, and it wasn't pleasant. I think
it was in a chili as
Ty,
well.
that was genuinely the hottest thing I've ever eaten.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
like-
I should take you to an Indian restaurant.
you definitely
Reese.
should. Are you free next Saturday?
Maybe.
Maybe we'll get a rain check on that.
Well-
You will see a vlog on the Rev channel if we go to
Yes.
eat Indian food.
As you can see in the background,
In the background,
we are in our day spa
we're
today.
in a day spa today because we're going to be doing some self-care. Bowl Cut Boys self-care
This
episode
is a
today.
self-care episode because we thought we'd treat ourselves this week after.
Especially
you
after
know,
the pain we put ourselves through
other week, yeah.
with the chilies and all of the milk and Ty nearly throwing up.
That's
it wasn't
right.
a pretty sight.
Too much milk.
He nearly had to, destroy the bowl that he had to wear on his own head. That wouldn't have been a pretty sight.
Yeah.
I would have made him put it back on his head.
Didn't
I
want to
would
do
have
that
made
to
him
myself. Well, Reese, how are we self-caring today?
Well, today we're self-caring. We've got something here called a charcoal peel-off face mask. Now,
And
Ty,
what's that, Reese?
I don't actually have much experience with this, but apparently this is a deep cleaning mask to help remove blackheads, impurities, and excess oil. Now, I've never used one of these in my life before.
Do you have any of them on your face currently, Reese?
I do not.
All right.
There's nothing. Oh, the impurities.
Yes.
I thought you meant the face masks. There are
No.
currently no face
No.
masks
Talk
on my
about the
face.
impurities,
But
Reese.
I think I do. I can't say. But if I do, they're going to be about to be removed. Ty, do you think you've got any of those impurities on your face?
I don't know. I feel like I have a pretty perfect face.
Perfect face.
compared to most.
I agree. But we'll see what happens when you remove those glasses.
Yes.
Yes. Now, we've got two people joining us in the background. We've got Jan and we've got Graham in the background. Don't mind them. They're not actually part of it. They're just on their first date today. We're going back in time in the background. They're having a good time.
But they are our biggest fans.
They
so
are,
if
in
you
fact,
think
our
you're
biggest
a bigger
fans.
fan of the Bowl Cut Boy, post it in the comments.
Post it in the chat. We've got
Yes.
people that are interacting with you guys.
I see you,
Saying
Justin.
hi. We see you,
Yep.
Justin.
Yes.
All right, guys. Now, let's begin
Yes.
with this application of a charcoal peel-off mask by BYS, hashtag not
Well,
sponsored.
should we read the instructions
Should we
first,
read the
Reese?
instructions? That's probably a good idea. Never used these before. Hashtag amateur hour.
Hashtag, don't know,
All right, directions. After cleansing, Ty, are you clean?
for sure.
I'm clean. That's why we're in the dressing gowns.
Yes.
After cleansing, apply a warm towel to skin to help opening the pores.
Okay,
Ty, I don't have a
we
towel.
came unprepared.
Is your
that's for
hand
sure.
warm?
Well, we got paper
We've
towel.
got paper
Reese.
towels. Let's distribute that.
Yes.
Here we go. I've got
Thanks,
some here.
Reese.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
I think my pores are open.
I think mine have opened their
There
door
we
as
go.
well.
Apply an even layer of charcoal peel-off mask to clear skin.
Yes.
Make sure to avoid the lips, hairline, and brows. So
Okay.
for this, we're gonna have to do something unheard of for the Bowl Cut Boys
No,
channel.
Reese, no, I
We're
don't
gonna
think so.
we're gonna have to
Oh,
remove the bowls.
I'm not sure how I feel about
It's
that.
gonna be. Oh. Folks, I'm sorry. I'm
don't
sorry you
think
had
I
to
can
see
do
this.
it.
I'm sorry you had to see this.
There's
Ty,
no way.
Ty, if you want some self-care, some self-love tonight, you're gonna have to remove the bowl. I'm sorry. Do you need us to count it? Come on, guys.
Count
put in the
me
chat.
down.
Put in the chat. We
Yes.
believe in you, Ty. We believe that you can take the bowl off.
Yes.
All right. While you're doing
Count
that,
me in, Reese.
all right. 3, 2, 1. Off with the bowl. Unbelievable, folks. Have
Who
you
knew I could
seen?
do it?
Have you
Honestly.
seen worse hat hair on a man? I don't know.
I don't know
This
either.
is a new level. This is bowl hair.
Yes.
This is bowl hair, folks.
Reese,
tonight,
chuck
folks.
us that face
All
mask.
right. This is the first time opening it. All right, Tazi, you got some.
I think that's great.
You've got
Looks
some face mask in your hand.
exactly like black paint.
I've got some face mask in my hand.
Wow, it's thick.
It's thick.
Definitely thick.
All
and
right,
it
I'm gonna-
smells a little bit like PVA glue.
I'm gonna put some on this hand. And oh, it is very thick.
Yeah, I think I might need some more.
Oh, yeah, no, tight. Oh, I've done something bad here, haven't I?
Wait, can I put my name in your face?
Yes, you can put your name in my face. Can I put my name on your face?
I don't think it's too long.
Think it's, I'll do 2 letters on each cheek.
Some more paint.
Some more paint? I got some more paint here
There
for you.
we go, you got a tie on the side of your face.
Can I do a race? All right, so we're gonna go, let's not drip that anywhere.
Do I have any space in my face?
I mean, we can make it work. We got an R, we got a H.
I feel like we're having a little bit too much fun with this race.
I feel like we don't really, and then we got a Y.
Yep.
Then we got an S. We got Ty and Reese,
yes.
the bowl cut boys.
Repping out here.
Repping.
Each other's biggest fan.
Each other's biggest fan. All right, folks, I'm gonna grab some more. This is not gonna be.
I want to see in the comments if you guys have done face masks.
I got a decent bit of face mask here.
Because we don't know what we're doing. We need some tips in the comments here, guys.
No clue what I'm doing here today, folks.
Got a bit of a fan by NJA Films, Reese.
Yeah, NJA Films.
Yes, they say you look mint.
Oh, thank you, NJA Films. Not quite sure who you are tonight, but I appreciate the support.
Yes. I need some more.
How even am I looking, folks?
You look great, Reese.
I can't tell. We're supposed to put it on a nose. Oh, I can see it now. I do need some more.
Do some reapply.
I need some reapplication. This one's for the nose and in between the eyebrows, folks.
I think the glasses need to come
the
up.
Glasses,
can you do that for me, Reese?
Yes. I've got some elbows. I've been practicing my elbow work from greeting people.
Oh, my hair got stuck on the face mask.
Oh,
no, that's
Ty's
no good.
not having a good... I came prepared with the hair tie, folks. All right, folks.
It's not a good day.
Ty, how smooth am I looking? How am I looking like I've got a pretty consistent black mask on my face?
Looks like you know how to do paint.
I did, in fact, pass kindergarten. So, Ty, am I missing any spots? You're missing quite a bit. You've kind of avoided the entire middle of your face here.
Well, maybe, Reese, you need to help me out a bit.
I do. You
just trying to look on the stream here.
Definitely need a little bit more. Oh, wow, I've got some...
We have a lot of fans in the chat here,
We do have a lot
Reese.
of fans in the chat.
NJA Films, just going for it.
I can't read it. I'm not
Looks
wearing
like
my glasses.
Reese has a monobrow.
I think I've got it on my lips, which is exactly what the instructions told me not to do.
We still don't know who NJA
We don't know who NJA Films are. All right, Ty, you need to go a lot more in the middle. I've definitely got some on my lips. I can feel that hardening already. That's going to be a pain to get off. Ty, where am I missing some?
Around your eyeballs.
Around my eyeballs?
A little bit of,
okay.
A bit of eyeshadow
I can see
action.
Eyeshadow action.
What do you put underneath? Because eyeshadow
goes on top. Underneath contour? No. Where does contour go?
I'm not sure.
Leave it in the comments. Where does contour go,
Where does contour... I see you, Justin. I need to see that contour facts in the chat here right now, folks.
Am I looking... Is mine looking... How's my forehead looking, Tazy?
A bit patchy, but good enough,
I reckon I'm going to put some more because I want a consistent peel when I remove this from my skin.
That's oddly satisfying, but I feel you.
I feel like it's going to be like peeling the plastic off a new phone.
Yes.
But it's going to be my face. So, all right, guys.
Wait, how many viewers? We have 11 watching right now.
That's 11 viewers. Get 89 more, and we will get bowl cuts.
Yes,
I'm
we will
telling
get
you, folks,
legit bowl cuts.
It's going to happen. We're going to use these exact bowls right here. We're going to go across the street. There is, in fact, a salon. I
thought Rachel was doing it.
Rachel has offered, but I don't know if I trust Rachel to do a bowl cut accurately. She has done one bowl cut in her life before. To be fair, it does look pretty good, but I'm after that pristine standard. All right, Tyzy, you're going to want a little bit more on your lip. On your lip? Do you want lip? Ty did, in fact, shave... how long ago did you shave, Ty?
2 days ago.
Ty shaved 2 days ago.
Wednesday.
I shaved last night. No one can tell, though.
Well, Reese, do you actually grow facial hair?
I mean, people say that I do, but I don't believe them. Because none of it ever actually shows up on my face.
Mate, this is going to look like a dirty mo, that's for sure.
This is going to look very interesting. Ty, where am I missing? You're missing a bit down, like you need some Batman goggles.
I'm trying to look on here.
You need some Batman goggles? I feel like I also need some Batman goggles.
I think I put this on a little bit too thick.
I'm looking very thick as well. Okay. Well, as we're applying this, I feel like I'm looking pretty good.
I reckon you're...
Am I here?
Yeah, right
here?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're good to go, Reese.
Now we come to the next segment of the show.
We need to wash our hands.
We definitely need to wash my hands. Not going to touch Dave's MacBook because that did nothing. Not too sure how this works, folks.
It's not coming off our hands.
Oh no, with a bit of extra rubbing, no, it's coming out. So we've got a segment coming up. If you guys have seen the past couple of weeks, you'd have seen the segment where we got someone's photo off of Instagram and got their outfit. And the segment was called what were they thinking?
What were they thinking?
Now, this is what were you thinking?
Oh no, I've got my mum's dressing gown a bit dirty here, folks.
Carolyn, if you're watching, we're sorry. We're very sorry. Now, this is what were you thinking? Season 2. This is about the captions. I've got lots of my hairs attached to my face, but it's okay. But it's all right, folks. Now, what were they thinking? Season 2. The way this is going to work, folks, is essentially.
Reece, Justin said you missed your chin.
I missed my chin.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're starting to peel it off there. I reckon you should just leave it.
Sorry, Justin,
I'm just going to leave that.
Sorry, Justin, I know you're a bit of a perfectionist, but I'm going to have to leave this one here.
Yep.
Now,
I reckon I could pave a new road with this.
Honestly,
with this tar
a new road. Someone call Bessie because we're making a new road.
Yes.
Cars 1 reference for all you cultured
Lightning
people.
McQueen.
Lightning McQueen, if you're in the chat, we're going to get you to come and make a new road for us with this black tar icing that's on our fingers. Tar, if you need to wash. There's the guy. All right, my fingers are now clean to use the computer. Now, what were they thinking? Season 2. The way this works, we've gone to all the Rev leaders. And we've scrolled through, we've stalked their Instagrams, we have stalked their Facebook. And we have found the funniest captions we could find. And we have taken them out of context. So, and how the game works is you guys are going to be guessing in the comments which leader you think the caption belongs to. So we're going to read out a caption. The caption's going to come up on the screen, and you're going to guess who that caption belongs to.
Yep.
Ty, are you ready to read the comments?
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Caption number 1 for our
Can we
sound
put
team.
that
Can
on
we get
the screen?
Caption number 1. When 2 master chefs come together. Can I get a fact check that is in fact the right? All right, we've got a thumbs up from the team back there. When 2 master chefs come together. Now, do we know any cooks?
There we go, it's on the screen.
Do we know any leaders that are cooks?
Well, no one that isn't, that's for sure.
No one that isn't a leader? All right, what are they saying in the chat there, Tazi?
Nothing set. We've got a bit of a 5-second delay.
Got a bit of a 5-second delay, that's right. We've got to make sure people are not stream striking us.
Yes.
So, in the chat.
Justin was...
For caption number 1.
First, but he's a leader. He already knows for sure. He would know that.
When 2 master chefs come together.
Not 5.
Not 5.
Well, I got NJA Films here, which is our biggest fan so far. He said Dan.
He said
Justin
Dan
got in there a little bit before.
Yeah, but that could just
I'm
be
not sure
internet
if
lag.
that counts.
Justin is in fact sitting right there, so he does have a bit of an advantage.
He doesn't have that 5-second delay.
But for number 1, the answer is in fact Dan.
It actually is Dan.
So, Dan, when 2 chefs come together, bang a caption, mate. I can feel my face hardening up.
Yes.
This is.
But it's not burning,
It's not burning.
I feel like some face masks burn your face.
Yeah, this is actually quite pleasant. I wonder if I'll be saying the same thing when I have to take this off.
Yes.
Now, Ty, would you like to read out the second one?
Yes.
Remember, don't read out the bold, read
Can
out
we
the
grab caption 2 on the screen
Caption 2.
down there, Davo?
Caption number 2 on the screen. We are up on the screen.
I am legitimately the only person that showed up for class today.
Now,
who is that?
who is that? In the comments, can we get
I want to see. I'm looking at the comments here, folks.
In the comments, who's someone that, they show up to class?
Yes.
They are on point with
Yes.
their punctuality, folks.
It's out of 6 people. You
Out
have
of
a
6
1 in
people.
6 chance.
1 in 6 chance. So if you just, give a random,
No
put
one
a random
I
name.
feel like this one's kind of, people don't know it.
People don't really know this one, you reckon? Do we have any
Oh,
comments?
David got it, but does he know it already? Does it count?
Does David know?
David got it right in the chat.
Well, whether it's right or not, well, unfortunately, it was right, and that has spoiled it for anyone else. So, caption number 2, that's Tyrone.
That was Taran. I think I found that in 2017 Facebook.
Honestly.
I was scrolling for days.
We've been
that's
scrolling.
For sure.
Tyrone is an avid poster on the
She is.
Facebook.
At least 3 times a day it's sent
Honestly,
by.
wow. That was some ambitious posting from T herself.
That is very ambitious.
All right, caption number 3.
3.
To procrastinate, I eat a lot. A lot with an exclamation mark, Tazi.
Exclamation mark.
This person,
big.
they eat a lot.
Yes.
And they do it when they're not doing the schoolwork. This could possibly relate to the question before. Maybe. Maybe not.
Maybe not, but my face is extremely hard.
I'm
struggling to talk.
I cannot move my eyebrows anymore.
No.
I feel like I've had facial reconstruction surgery today,
Is that
folks.
what it feels like, Reece?
I know exactly what that feels like.
Wow.
I actually am living a double life. Now, Ty, can you fill me in on any of the comments today?
Oh, Taran put me, question
Taran,
mark.
you are correct. That was
You
your
are
caption.
correct.
Was that 2017 or 2016?
I feel like it was around that time
Around
as well.
that time. It was a long time ago, way back in the day. All right. Caption number 4. Now, Ty, I'm not too sure what this one exactly means.
Well, this is a bit of an aggressive one,
This
that's
is a
for
bit of
sure.
an aggressive-
Can we get caption 4 on the screen? It is
Caption 4.
Happy 30th birthday, Poohhead.
Happy 40th birthday, Poohhead. Now, I don't know
Who would say
who
that?
Poohhead is.
Who is Poohhead?
Who is
Put it down in the
Poohhead?
comments.
If you know who Poohhead is, put it in the
Look
comments.
at those emojis as well. We got a bit of a poo stack there. Got some party emojis.
Party emoji. So it's obviously a very festive celebration.
Yes.
Now, people in the
Who is
comments,
it?
who is this? Who commented this?
Juzzy Hoots for sure, is that right?
Oh, unfortunately, it was
Justin
not Justin.
said Dan.
Justin said
He's
Dan
on
Het.
it. Is he correct, Reese?
Dan Het is in fact the one
Yes,
who commented
Dan
this.
said that one.
What does Dan mean? I guess you'll have to ask him yourself. Caption number 5.
Number 5 on the screen, thank you. What if I told you someone fell in, but it wasn't any of us?
Hashtag don't believe everything you see. Now, we
Who
know
was
some
that?
avid hashtag users.
Yes.
Now, but who do you think it was? What if I told you someone fell in, but it wasn't any of it us? Now,
Well, what was the picture?
what was the picture? The picture, I believe, was a bunch of people. It might have been men, might have been women, all
Were
standing.
they of conviction? Then?
They were, in fact, of conviction.
Well, that helps us out a
This
bit.
is one of the Rev leaders, and it is a prerequisite to joining the
Yes,
Rev
I'm
team
looking
that you
at-
are a man or woman of conviction. Now, do we have any comments?
Not yet. I reckon
Not
people
yet.
are a little bit stumped
People are a
by
little
this
bit
one.
stumped by this one. We will give it away in a second if people aren't able to do it, but I
Yes.
think you guys, down in Rev Youth, you've got it in you.
I
Rev,
reckon
ladies and
I
gentlemen.
reckon another 10 seconds on this.
Another
Dave.
10
We have a
seconds?
solid 10 people watching
We've
right
got
now.
10 people watching. That's 1 second for each of you. If you all comment a guess, that's all. We've got a 1 in 6 chance of getting it. Statistically, we will guess who,
We've got a
who this was.
hashtag people of conviction.
Hashtag people of conviction.
People can't get it. Should we just reveal it, Reese?
I think we should reveal it. That one was, in fact, the director, David Simpson.
David Simpson behind the computer
Behind
right
the
now.
computer over there.
All
Now,
right,
caption number 6.
This one's got a bit of controversy.
This
to
one
it.
was a bit of controversy. We almost got taken down. Bowl-cut Boys were almost taken down for their 2nd episode for this caption. Now,
all right.
caption number 6 up on the screen, please. It's not every day I get down and dirty, but when I do, ... What could he mean? What could
Who
she
knows?
mean?
That is
What
definitely
could
out
they
of
mean?
context. That
That's
is for sure.
Definitely out of context. Not really sure what that one means. Can I get you guys in the comments commenting
Yes.
who we think this
Who we
leader
think
might
that
be?
is.
Alrighty, it's starting to peel off my hand here, folks. That's a good sign.
Yeah, mine's all out.
So I'm going to give you a dry test.
Mine's a bit dry, but it's a bit
dry.
tacky
It's
still,
a
I
bit dry.
feel
It's a
like.
bit stacky. Yeah. All right. In
Oh,
the comments,
Justin said Dave.
Justin said Dave.
Oh,
Dave is incorrect.
I'm gonna
sorry.
have to say that's a no deal from me
No
today.
deal today. Deal, no deal. No answers were on
What
the
else?
board today.
Oh, we got an M from Dan.
An M from Dan. No, it
No,
was
that's a
not
no
M.
deal
no
as
deal
well.
today for M.
Is everyone tapping
I
out?
think everyone's tapping out. That one was, in fact, the man, the myth, not Scott Sterling, Justin
Justin.
Hoops.
Yes.
That's
Didn't
right, ladies
even
and
know
gentlemen.
it was himself. It was back in the day.
It was way back
Doesn't
in the
even
day.
remember what he posts online anymore.
Honestly, his Instagram is in fact a bit of a mess. If you're looking for a Sunday afternoon entertainment, give Justin's Instagram a scroll through. You can find some pretty interesting things. Now, Ty, can you read out caption number 7 up on
Number
the screen,
7.
please?
You ready? Beast mode level insane.
Beast mode level insane. Now, I don't know how many levels of beast mode there are, but I'm guessing insane
Insane's
is
pretty
pretty
high.
high. Like, I don't know how many.
Yes.
If after we've guessed this one, in the comments, does anyone know the answer to this one?
Or M said Dave.
M said Dave. Dave is in fact incorrect. Sorry, folks.
Justin said himself.
Justin said himself. Folks, I'm going to get you, Justin, that is correct. It was you.
Justin isn't correct. He
can
just
you-
knows his own post
He knows
now.
his own post. Now,
Bit
can
of
you tell us,
redemption.
can you tell us, Justin, how many levels of beast mode are there?
Yes.
Can you chuck it in the chat for us, folks?
Yes,
so
maybe
that
put it in the
folks
chat.
at home
If
can
beast
understand.
mode's here and
Beast mode,
insane's
beast
here,
mode's insane. How many levels are there in between?
What's
and
in
are
the
there any
middle?
further?
Yes. Can you
That's
go
something-
more than insane?
That's something I'd like to find out today,
yes.
folks.
All right,
Now,
what are we up to now, Reese?
caption number 8.
Number 8.
So good at rock climbing, I thought I was Bear Grylls for a minute.
Yes.
Now, we've got a couple of youth leaders who are very active. Some,
Hey, NJA Films, what a
some
man.
I've even
If it's a women,
some
woman,
I've even
sorry.
compare. I would even compare to Bear Grylls, but who would compare themselves to Bear Grylls? Chuck it in the comments below.
I don't know.
Chuck it in the comments.
Well, I do know, Reese.
I
but
do know.
don't
You are in fact the one that chose this comment.
That is true. I was scrolling a lot this afternoon.
He was on that grind scrolling through. Now, in the comments, do we have any correct answers as of yet?
No. But Justin said Super Saiyan is above insane.
Super Saiyan is above insane. So we can go Beast
feel that.
Mode, Super Saiyan. I wonder, should we have a Beast Mode Super Saiyan bowl cut, boys?
Maybe.
Maybe. We'll figure that
I
out.
feel like we need legit bowl cuts
We
by
would
then.
need bowl cut. Well, that when we get the real bowl cuts, that's when we go Super Saiyan.
That's correct. Over 9,000.
Over 9,000. I have,
Alright,
in fact, seen
have
that
I got
anime.
100% Charles? No. Oh, no, Charles is in. Who did this? Whose caption is
This
this?
caption was Emily Pompetti.
Yes.
Do you guys think that Emily Pompetti shares a resemblance with Bear
She
Grylls?
once thought she was Bear Grylls.
Put it in the comments down below.
She was having a bit of an identity
She was
crisis.
having a
it
bit of an
seemed like.
identity crisis.
Yes.
She held a British accent and went out to the wilderness and thought she was Bear Grylls. Praying
Yes.
for her, ladies and gentlemen, prayer.
Yes.
All right,
All right,
caption number
number
9,
9.
Tazzy.
Kicking it with the boys.
With the boys. Kicking it with the boys. Now,
Who is that?
who likes to kick it with the boys? I know Ty and I like to kick it with the boys.
Well, what are they talking about? Are they talking about a footy? It's just a casual Sunday
I mean,
arvo?
when I kick it with the boys, I like to binge the Cars trilogy.
I respect that.
Yeah.
What about the Despicable Me?
The Despicable Me trilogy.
Is it a trilogy or is it a...
is in fact a trilogy,
is
but there are 2 spin-offs and one coming out soon. It was postponed. Chuck an F in the chat for Minions:
Justin says
The Rise
Dan.
of Gru, which was postponed,
No,
unfortunately.
it's not Dan, people.
It was not Dan.
Any more guesses in the
Any
chat
more
for
guesses
that
in
one?
the chat? I have lost all movability for my eyebrows, my noses, both of my
Do you
noses.
know you had 2 of them,
I
Reese?
do, in fact. I've got one.
Just said, Dave,
stored
that
behind.
is incorrect.
Dave is not, in fact, Bear Grylls. He is definitely good at falling into water, or not. Don't believe everything you see. Hashtag.
Should we reveal it,
Should we
Reese?
reveal it? I think we should reveal it. Caption number 9.
Was in fact Emily Pompetti
Emily
again.
Pompetti, round number 2.
Likes to kicking it with the boys.
Kicking it with the boys. Now,
Here's
gonna
our
re-
last one
the
for
last
tonight.
one for the night.
Yes.
Caption number 10. Can we get it up on the screen?
Up on the screen. Are you gonna read this
I'm
one
going to
out?
read this one out. Excited to watch Thomas the Tank Engine. That's right,
Wow.
folks. I know I'm a Thomas the Tank Engine fan, but I'm not an official Rev
You know
leader.
what? I'm more of a Percy fan. Fan myself.
Percy
Reese.
fan? I mean, Gordon was always up
What
there
about
with me.
James? James was a bit.
James is red, and
he-
red is in fact the fastest color, folks.
He goes fast.
That's why Lightning McQueen wins every time.
Because he is red.
I haven't
And
seen number
he
3. Don't
has
spoil it for me.
Lightning.
He has lightning on the side of him.
We
now,
have 6 minutes, Reese,
we've
on this
got
one.
6 minutes.
I'm trying to find. People are saying Dave. People are saying
No,
Dan.
no.
We need some more comments
We
on
need
this
some
one,
comments. Who thinks that they...
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel does love Thomas the Tank Engine.
He
I can
does.
confirm.
Yes.
But okay, Ty,
What
can you
is-
reveal today's...
That was Rachel. Out of 715 posts, that was one of them.
Rachel has a lot of posts on Instagram.
Yes,
if
she does.
if you've gone through all of Justin's Instagram posts and you've become bored, Rachel's got 715 to go through.
Yes.
Ty and I, we scanned through and we found that amazing caption. Excited to watch Thomas the Tank Engine. Look, honestly, if you want to understand the context behind it, you're going to have to ask her.
Well, should we peel these beasts off?
I feel
Reese?
like, am I dry? Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh, I have not touched my face properly. Now,
How do you get it off?
How do you get it off? I feel like we haven't put it on thick enough, Tazy.
It's all right. I'm
All
going
right,
to get it off
folks.
somehow.
Where do you start peeling from? It's
Didn't
all...
work. It's kind of stuck in my hair at the
It's
same
definitely...
time. Definitely going to need a shower after this, Reese. It's not coming off.
It's,
That's the
it's
thing.
definitely
Oh, I
become
think I
part
got
of
it.
my skin.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, Tazi's got it. Oh, I can hear that.
Oh.
I've got a
Is
bit
that
of a...
satisfying for
I've
you
got a bit
guys
of a...
on the
Li-
YouTube?
oh, here we go, folks. Oh,
Can you hear that?
bit of an ASMR action. Dave, stop laughing.
There we go. It's coming off. A little bit one piece.
Oh, that's not... oh, I should have shaved more. Oh, folks.
I think I'm going to rip a big chunk of my hair
Oh,
out.
folks.
Stuck to the sideburns, people.
Oh,
That's
folks.
right, I got it.
We're selling that on eBay, folks.
This is the Bowl Cut Boys
That's
special.
the Bowl Cut Boys face mask going on eBay.
Well, Reese, you better get that off fast because
doing
we're
my
nearly going to get
best.
kicked off the stage.
Oh,
It's stuck in my eyebrows as well.
Ah,
Didn't they say on the instructions not to put on your
they
eyebrows,
did.
Reese?
They did in fact say that. Oh, I got a big chunk here. I think. That was a good
Ooh, look at
sound.
this, folks.
That was
Look
a
at
good-
this.
that
Reese
was-
has got a big chunk. He's coming
Oh.
out. Oh. That's very exciting, Reese. I'm happy for you right there. Well, how do you guys feel about going back to school on Tuesday?
So you've definitely got more.
I'm feeling it pretty excited. about
That's
See
in
my
the middle
friends?
of.
Is it hurting, Reese? Do you feel your pores opening
I
up?
feel my pores definitely opening up. I also feel. Oh,
Tell
folks.
us how you're feeling.
I'm feeling
Word
like
by
I should
word.
have avoided my hairline a
That's-
bit more carefully, folks.
My
But I
eyebrows.
definitely feel like I'm caring for myself. This is in fact the Bulk Up
Checking out-
Boys self-care
Yes,
episode.
Reese is currently in Struggle Town right
I
now.
am, folks.
Thanks, Em. I know I'm glowing.
Oh, the one under the nostrils is quite painful. I'd like to report.
And guys, remember, we got cruise next week. You don't get to see our faces next week, but you have to wait weeks for that. And then
All right, boys
got
and
Mad
girls.
Cruise.
We got
Did you
cru-
enjoy cruise last
I
week?
did enjoy cruise last week. That's right, folks. We were playing Scribblio. It was a sick time.
I thought it was Scribble.io.
Scribble.io, Scribble.io, Scribble.io. You know, there's a lot of ways to say it, but like as long as we're all on the same page as to what game we're playing, I feel like we're okay. It
I
was a good
agree.
time.
Can I
Now,
feel your face, Reese, to see how smooth
how
that
smooth
piece
it, how
is?
smooth. Ooh.
Not sure if there's much of a
No,
difference from last
me
time.
neither. Your hands are pretty smooth.
Thanks, I
I'm sure
used a
about
bit of
that.
moisturiser
We do, in
today.
fact, have moisturizer here to moisturize our faces.
Yes, we've got to bring that moisture back into the faces.
That's
we
right,
just
because
ripped
we've
all
just
that water
ripped
out.
all of that moisture and essential oils out of our face, but not the essential oils that the Karens use. No, these are the essential oils that our faces produce.
That is correct.
Now-
Omega fish oil.
Omega fish oil, that's right. Now,
Well,
folks,
can you pass me some of that moisturizer, please?
here is
Reese?
some moisturizer, Tarzy. I
Just
feel
getting
like
that
it's
last bit
still
off.
on my face. I genuinely can't tell how much is left on my face.
You know what? There's not much. Oh,
There's not
I
much.
think I need to.
You
is
definitely
this
need to
brand
open.
new?
No, you definitely just need to open that bad boy. So you give that. So you're gonna twist that one here.
Apparently,
give
I don't
it-
know how to use it.
Give that a twist like that, and that's not open yet. We're getting there, folks.
Well,
What's happening on Tuesday, Ty?
oh, that's correct. I almost forgot, Reese.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me for that one. Tuesday chats.
Not open, folks.
We've
What?
had 3 in a row so far.
Yeah.
And what's the topic for next week?
This
Reese?
one?
Or this week, I should say.
That is emotional care and emotional health. Ooh, just like this physical facial health
Yes.
that I'm giving myself at the moment.
Make sure you go to a parlor like this in the background.
That's right.
Get yourselves a
Graham and Jan
massage.
might even show up outside the window and give you some moral support as you're
Maybe.
ripping the face mask off.
Maybe. They might be on their second date by
Might be
then.
on the second date at that point.
Yes,
All right,
that's
folks.
for sure.
Make sure you jump on the Instagram Live on Tuesday
Tuesday
at
at 8 p.m.
8 p.m. to catch Dave with some special guests. I don't know if we're allowed to reveal who the special guests
No,
are.
you're gonna have to wait till
Dave
Tuesday.
Dave is getting up next. If he wants to reveal who the special guests are, he can
Yes.
do that himself.
Well,
But
I think it's the end of the Bowl
I
Cut
think
boys
that
now.
is in fact the end of the Bowl Cut
Yes.
Boys now. Let's begin to pack up as we exit and we move on to the next segment.
Where's my bowl, Reese?
Your bowl,
you
your
grab mine?
bowl is down here. I'll grab your bowl. All right, is this all of our materials? Let's grab
I believe so.
this face mask off that one.
Alrighty, thanks.
All
Thanks,
right.
folks, in the
Thank
comments.
you, folks. We've been the Bowl Cut Boys. See you next episode.
Catch you guys later.
Skirtin' Vroom out.
Yay! That was the most interesting thing I've ever seen. Thank you, fellas, for that. Literally, I have no words to describe, ladies and gentlemen, what I have just seen. However, I hope that you enjoyed that. As they said, self-care is important. Look after your skin. I moisturise. I don't feel bad about it. I'm not ashamed of it. Sometimes you got to look after your skin. Sometimes that's what you got to do. But look after yourselves, especially in isolation. Have a bath. Baths are underrated for sure. Get some Epsom salts in there and have a good time. And as I said, Tuesday we have Tuesday chats, 8 p.m. Special guests, some people that you know very well. I'm not going to say who it is yet, but I'm really excited to have them on together, and it's going to be heaps of fun. And next Friday we do have cruise, but let me change this quickly as I welcome up our special guests for tonight. We have a sibling duo tonight coming up to be a part of Friday Night Live. I would like to welcome them up now. Can we give it up for Maddie and Izzy? Yeah, round of applause. You know when people do this? And hey guys, what's happening?
Hi.
How you going?
Thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for coming on tonight. How's isolation?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Pretty good. What have you been doing? How's school going?
School's amazing.
What a shock. Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I feel like everyone asks that question at the moment. It's like, how's school going? Oh my gosh, you have to do school at home. Like, that's not the best thing ever. Do you not think it's amazing? Because surely,
It is amazing. Oh.
surely you can really do whatever you want. Like, really. In a Zoom, you get on, you turn your camera off, go back to sleep. That's what I do. What about, like, you love sport, both of you. I mean, do you both know swimming? Okay, well, sometimes you get it wrong. But, what have you been doing to keep yourself sane? Have you been, like, eating lots? That's what I do. Eating helps me deal with time at home. Exercising. What have you been up to? What have you been doing?
Isabel's been singing. What?
Oh, what have you been singing? Bit of JB?
No, I'm addicted to High School Musical again.
Sorry! Tunes. What's your favourite High School Musical song?
Oh, Breaking Free.
Troy or what's the other one's name? I've never seen High School Musical.
What?
That's not even a joke. I've never seen it.
Oh.
I don't know. See, everyone just sings it and they all are like, everyone's into it. I've never seen it. Who's the other one? Troy and...
This is Troy.
Troy and... No, but the girl.
Oh, Gabriella.
Gabriella. That's a mouthful. Which one's best? Which one's your favourite? It's Troy, isn't it? Zac Efron.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, fair enough. Me too. I like Zac Efron. He's the man. Who's your favourite music artist? You could both answer this one. Who's your favourite?
It changes every day.
Yeah, okay. Who's your favourite today?
Okay, who did I listen to? It's me.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Oh, Sister Love, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phew.
You can say yourself. I'm my own
You know,
favourite.
it probably is myself.
Yes, come on. Your confidence. That's how you get big.
That's it.
That's how you get big time.
Mine's Justin Bieber.
Yes, come on. Favourite song off the new album?
Ooh. Changes.
Yes. Tune. Shout out to JB. Come on Friday Night Live. You're the man. We want you to release more music. I have these cards here. You know cards, as you can see. And I have decided that it would be fun tonight if we play a game together where if you draw a 4 from this deck, it's a little bit smaller, but I promise it's a deck of cards. I haven't tampered with it at all. So if you draw a 4 out of this deck, you have to put on something that I grab from my mystery box of things back here.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So you both have to choose at the same time. So if you pick a 4, then I get to pick something. Cool? Okay, go. Pick
Are
one.
they all 4s?
No. No, they're not.
Oh, this is scary.
What is it?
+4.
Oh, yes, that counts. +4 counts. Definitely counts. Thank you. Well, should we put them back in? No, I'll get rid of these ones. It's not rigged, I promise. I didn't. Let me pick something out of this for you guys. Hold on. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen.
So you say it's a fat Oh, yay. Yes.
Mexican for the night. You wear them for like 2 minutes and then you can switch it up. Pull it up so we can see your face.
Best fashion statement.
I've got one for next time as well that I'm extremely excited about. That one as well for round 2. If you had, this is your options. No arms, no legs. Which one are you picking?
No legs.
No legs?
Yes, same.
No legs? You can't walk.
Yeah, but then you get to eat. That's just the thing. Yeah, go in a
I've
wheelchair.
not even thought about that.
a wheelchair.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
You can push yourself around, or you could just walk on your arms.
Then I won't have to do sport ever again.
Oh, that would shatter you. That would be shattering for you. No
I think
sport again.
eating's most
Well, you could
important.
do wheelchair basketball.
Yeah, wheelchair basketball.
Come on, still sports. That's a sport, Olympic. What's your favourite? Do you have a favourite movie? Mine is, I actually don't know. No, you know what? Any Marvel movie is my favourite. Any one of them. Just pick one, I'm a fan. What's your favourite movie?
Mine? I'm a sucker for Enchanted.
Oh, is that?
Amy Adams,
Yes,
the musical.
come on.
It's my favourite.
Let's go, Enchanted. Can you sing us a song from it?
How does she know?
Oh, come on. Glory. I don't know the
She
song.
loves him.
I don't know the words. What about you?
I'm really emotional too. I like Terminator 2. It's nostalgic.
What an absolute stark just difference there. Terminator 2.
much-
You like action?
As soon as I was a baby, we probably watched it. I watched it like all my life with my dad. So
Surely. All right, I respect that. Terminator's a bit of a tune. Here's one that, with my Connect group, we argue a lot about this. Does chocolate go in the fridge or in the cupboard?
you go first as well.
Oh, in the fridge, definitely.
Come on.
It goes in my mouth. There is no chocolate left
Fair,
at home.
look, I can't argue with that. That's fair enough. That is fair enough. I also agree. It goes in the fridge. It goes in the fridge. It's better in the fridge. Tastes better in the fridge. I don't want it to melt. It's a huge argument between me and my Connect group. So thank you for being on my side. Would you rather have? Let's think about it this way. Would you rather have no kneecaps, no elbows,
No elbows.
but then every time you take a selfie, it's like this? So I was like, you'd have to you can't get the angle. It's just straight arm. Or what about when you drive? You have to drive like this the whole time. You can't bend your arms ever. And when you walk, and when you sit, it's just you
But then
can't bend it.
You can't sit. If you don't have
You can
kneecaps.
straight leg out. You can put your legs straight out. You can't really run ever if you've got two straight legs. You also can't. I mean, you could walk, but it's not fun. What about you, Maddie?
I would have no elbows. I need my kneecaps.
Yeah, so you can run.
Yeah. for
You'd have to
swimming.
straight arm it while you run. The picture is really funny to me. Sorry, I'm struggling to not laugh. The picture of just someone with straight arms. I'm going to move on because I can't get that out of my head. Why don't you dob each other in because you're sisters and you live together? So just so everyone out there, I understand COVID-19, but they live in the same house, so hence the closeness. So don't worry, we're still legally safe. But what's the weirdest thing that the other person does? Dob them in, stitch them up a little bit. What's the weirdest thing Maddie does, and what's the weirdest thing Izzy does?
There's really nothing weird about Maddie.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so nice, but
I'm
you lie.
perfect
Come on,
in every
Oh.
way.
come on, be honest. She puts Milo in after the milk, or she puts the milk in and then the cereal in.
She eats rice and cheese for breakfast.
I put cheese.
What?
I put cheese on everything.
Are you okay? Wait, did you say rice for breakfast?
No, I put
what?
cheese
Yeah.
on chocolate cake and all that. I don't know why.
Cheese on chocolate cake. Ladies and gentlemen, get in the chat and say the weirdest combinations of foods because that is whack. What about Izzy? What about Izzy? Stitch her up.
I think the weirdest thing is it likes to make commentary on everything. You just hear in the morning in the mirror. Today, guys, I'm combing my hair. Or it's I'm doing school today.
So you're just a walking commentary of your own life. You don't even commentate other people's lives, it's your own life.
I comment about others too.
Oh wow, you hit a mirror. I look so good today. Come on, let's go. On fleek, I see. What about do you have any embarrassing stories?
Yes.
Come on. I want to hear it. I want to hear an embarrassing story. Before we get into the serious stuff, I want to hear an embarrassing story.
When Maddie was in year 5, she auditioned for the primary choir. She got in, but the minute she started singing, they kicked her out because she's too pitchy.
No, so this is what happened. We were in choir.
Stop that.
And I tried out, and they told me later on that the teacher's like, sorry, honey, but you're a bit pitchy. And then I got kicked out.
They kicked you out of the choir because
Yeah.
you could not sing.
Pretty
Can you
much.
give us your best? Give us your best. What do you
No,
got?
you
Sing
want to hear it.
changes.
I can't sing.
Come on. I'm a bit pitchy too, it's okay. What about Izzy? Stitch her up.
Well,
Embarrass her. I'm all for it. Let's go.
Isa loves to sing at home.
Yeah.
And one time she was singing in the house, and our neighbor like heard her, and she's like, "Quit the racket! Like it's you just shut her up." And then I heard him, and I'm like, "Oh yeah," and I didn't tell Isabel because I'm like, "Let them suffer." And then we're in the shopping
It's
centre,
evil.
and
Yeah.
then Isa's singing, and I sort of like drift away, and I'm like, and
You
then
just
someone-
lag behind?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then someone's like, "Do you know her? Is that your sister?" Nah, never
Nah,
seen her in my life.
Nah.
Like literally.
We look identical, but it's okay. I don't know her at all. Now, I feel like I'm trying to think of one time. I try to stitch up myself. I feel like it's only fair. One time I decided I was going to save a spider. So it was on the wall and it was really late and I don't really know why. I hate spiders. I hate spiders. I don't really know why I thought this would be a good idea. I'm going to save a spider's life. So I got the jar and I got the cardboard. You know how you do that thing? And I trapped it against the wall and then I slid the cardboard in. I was like, I'm going to save this thing's life. I'm going to be a legend. And then I took it outside and I shook the jar, but then I felt something on my hand after I shook the jar. So I screamed and I let go of the jar and I started like fully having like a freak out and I was like stomping around and I stepped on glass and I cut my foot open on some glass that I dropped because I was scared of a spider because I tried to save a spider's life. I'm not lived that. The cricket team that I played for at the time, I ended up missing the next game and they have never let me forget that ever. So put that in the chat about F in the chat for my foot because every now and again, you know, I still got the scar. So living a pretty serious injury that I was self-inflicted. But thank you for those embarrassing stories. One of you sings, the other one commentates, or both of you. I mean, you commentate and sing. That's what I appreciate. And you put cheese with everything. So that is whack. But it's time for round 2. Let's go. Pick it out. Yeah. And
This is so rude.
Did you read it?
yes, it's 2 4s. Let's go. Hold up. I want one of you to wear this whole thing. You can throw the Mexican stuff. Just throw it over there. Yeah, chuck it behind you or throw it. All right. Izzy, I feel like you should wear this. You should try and wear that anyway. And there's these as well. This is for
It'll make your hair look
this is for
better.
you as well. You savage. So you can put these on as well.
Oh,
You don't
thanks.
have to. I mean, you
I got
that's fine.
glasses.
I got something. Hold on.
Hey.
Try and hook up Maddie. Here you go.
Oh,
Congratulations.
I've always wanted this.
Merry Christmas. Happy birthday.
Wait, how do I put this on?
And,
It definitely doesn't match.
What is this?
I'm trying to find. Here we go.
Is this how it works?
No. I don't know who you support, but enjoy
yeah.
that. Yeah, that's good times.
Yeah.
What about
Oh.
What about just as we come to the close of looking great, guys? I love it. This is going to end up everywhere, so I'm really excited about that. I hope your parents are watching right now. But what's an unpopular opinion like that you have? So like, you know, everyone loves something, and you just don't see it. For me, you know, everyone really thinks that iced tea is great. I've never understood what people love about iced tea. Like, what is good about iced tea? Why would you pick iced tea over anything else that is full of sugar? Like, why would you do that? So that's an unpopular opinion. I also have an unpopular opinion. Apparently, that chocolate goes in the fridge. So what's an unpopular opinion that you have? I would like to know because I'd like for people in the chat to hear this.
Ooh, I got so many. That we shouldn't date till we're 18.
Oh, come on. Dropping that wisdom, JJC, don't date till you're 18. That is an unpopular opinion, and I support it. Tell us, Red Riding Hood, who you... let me turn this.
I started a Tobey Maguire fan club, and no one attended except me. And I experienced online bullying for 2 months
Whoa.
for this. And we have videos of me in my fan club with my merchandise by myself.
Did you? I feel really bad for laughing about that, but also, Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
So like the original Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Why do you love Tobey Maguire?
What's there not
Is
to
there
like?
evidence? Can we get this up for next Friday Night Live? Is there evidence of
She was
this?
designing T-shirts. Hate Tom Holland.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you not like Tom Holland or you just really like Tobey Maguire?
I just love Tobey Maguire.
Wow. That is so that is actually an unpopular opinion because I don't like Tobey Maguire at all as Spider-Man. He's not the best Spider-Man. I can't. Do you want to know, actually, here's an unpopular opinion. Andrew Garfield, Amazing Spider-Man, don't know if you've seen it, but they are the best.
No.
They're the best.
Andrew Garfield.
Yes, they're the best. You don't agree?
No.
Wow. No, I'm telling you, they're the best. But Tobey Maguire, the best thing about the Tobey Maguire movies was when he decided that he was going to go emo. Remember that in the
Yes.
movie?
Yeah.
He's dancing down the street. That's still my favourite scene of all time. Yeah, hit him with the pistols.
Our
hit him with the
dad
finger
does
guns.
that. We go to the shopping centre
Your
and he's
dad's
like,
Tobey Maguire.
he does that thing, and people give him the weirdest looks. Like, oh, like, what is that? And Dad's like,
He's not that weird. I don't know if they say like, what is that? Like he's an alien. Like he's not from this planet.
We've had like some random person, like old lady came up and she's like, "Are you okay? Like, is he trying to abduct you? Like, like we can save you and all that." And we're just like,
Well, shout out to your parents. I hope you're watching, and that you're proud of your children. Who please don't. Is that what we're saying? Please don't put up the finger guns, the pistols anymore. No more of that. Unpopular opinions. That's fair enough. What about what's the weirdest thing about that you do? Like you're like, I know that I do this is really weird. Like for example, me, if I hear anything that like if I hear a ding or if I hear something like hit anything that's musical, I'll turn it into like I'll start like running it into a song in my head. It's like if some music's playing or if like like when you get on the train or something and it's like bing and then the train starts to leave, I instantly turn that into like a song in my head. It's really weird. I know it's kind of a little bit crazy, but what's something weird that you do that you don't want to share with people, but we're making you share it before you pick another card?
Ooh, I can't think of anything. You go.
well, I know what you do that's weird.
Go.
Isabel has to go to the shopping centre and she like touches something. As soon as she touches it, we have to buy it. It's like if she touches.
That's how you select things.
Yeah, I used to have this real issue when I was little where every time I saw something, my parents had to buy it because I would just throw a fit. Because I said we needed it. And I was really convincing. So I joined the school's debating team.
Come on, do you crush it in the debating team?
Totally.
Let's go. You can take those things off your head now. I can't take you
thanks.
seriously. Anything that you say is just incredible at the moment.
do.
But what about you, Maddie? Come on.
Untold story. I like count my stuff in my closet and I like touch all my shoes. And one time my
What
parents.
do you mean? Like why?
Like just like touch the shoes and like count it, like clean everything.
Yeah. So you're
And then
a bit
one
of
time,
OCD.
my parents threw out my sneakers and I knew. Yeah, then we had like a battle, yelling.
Wow. You know, seriously, I'm not okay when people touch my sneakers. I get really upset when I really like my sneakers. When people like, when someone accidentally steps on your foot, I'm way overreact about that as well. That's weird. I'm lucky. I have a weird connection with my shoes. You can't explain it. You either love shoes or you don't. So that's what I reckon anyway. But as we move forward into, I want to ask you guys, we're moving to a bit more serious stuff. But before that, I'm just kidding. They were all rigged, by the way. They're mostly all fours. Like, I've only put in 3 different cards. So most of them were 4. So thank you for that. Thanks for playing along. You're good sports. But I want to ask you some questions about faith, about God, about youth and stuff. I just thought it'd be cool to get you guys on and talk to you guys. You guys are part of our Rev fam. I mean, you've been here since before I got here as well. So how long have you been coming to Rev? When was your first? Do you remember your first night?
Okay, I came to the Mexican night, I think
Hey.
year 7.
Come on, shout out to the sombreros. Yep.
I don't know why, but I didn't come back until a year later.
Well, what an advertisement. That's fair enough. Year 7, Mexican night.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. And was that your first night as well?
No, I came Youth Alive. That was the first time.
Sick. Youth Alive. What year? Do you remember what year it was?
It was like 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Oh, there you go. 2018. Is that what year are we in? Corona's really messing me up with my years. But okay, and so you've been coming here for a little bit. And when did you get saved or have your first encounter with God, or when did you become a Christian?
Okay, so for me, it was year 8. So I've always known about Christ and God.
Yeah.
Like I grew up in a Christian family, but it's got to be Hope Tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was amazing. I just could not stop crying and
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah,
paved the way for today.
that's so good. What about you, Maddie?
Mine was probably when I was 7 years old. That's like when I first gave my life to Christ. We
see.
were at
Where were
children's.
you?
We were at children's church, and our church leader, she taught us about baptisms.
Yep.
So I came home, filled up a bathtub, and baptized myself.
Come on.
And then my parents and my sister were like, "Is it thought I drowned?" And our parents didn't know what was going on, so they came, and our bathroom was like flooded. And I told my parents that I gave my Christ to God, like my life to God.
Gave my Christ to God. Yeah, gave
my
your
life to God,
Yeah.
and I was like total Christian. And then I had to clean up the entire bathroom, but it was worth it.
Worth it because you got saved. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to get saved, you also can baptize yourself. It's not really how it works, but you know what? If your heart's in the right place, which yours was because you're 7 years old, that's actually so good. You know, like I got saved when I was 11, and I was kind of the same thing. It wasn't Hope Tour, but it was History Makers Conference ages ago. Like I wasn't supposed to be there, and I snuck in with my sisters who were serving somewhere on the band or something like that, and I snuck in behind them, and so the security couldn't see me, and I stood to the corner of the mosh because I was like a little bit scared to get in, so I was small, and gave my life to God as 11-year-old. So that's awesome. I love it. And what about like as you know, people that live with faith and you know God and you have a relationship with God? What's something that you know that you wish that people who like, you know, before that you were saved, what's something you wish you knew? Or something that you wish that people out there who don't know God what do you wish that they knew? For example, I know for me, like, I'll kick it off. I know for me that when you have a relationship with God and when you know Him personally, your life is full of so much adventure and opportunity. Lots of people think that being a Christian is rules, or it's you've got to live regimented and all this. It's militant, but I just like life with God is actually an adventure, and things are changing and lots of things are happening. It's really fun. So I wish people knew that. Yeah.
What I wish people told me before I became a Christian.
Yeah, go for it.
Mainly that, like, God is a burden taker. So, like,
That's so
He
good.
takes your burdens. Like, you don't have to carry them alone. Like, I carried so much stuff before God took it from me, and I would have loved to know that.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. What about you?
I think like just knowing God in general, it's like it just makes your life worth something.
Yeah,
And like
that's so
in
good.
general, not knowing God, like you're never good enough. You don't like have anything, and then like you're just interestingly fulfilled. Like something that's missing is no longer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome. That's so cool. Yeah, God gives you meaning. I think that's awesome. And so like kind of like what you were talking about just then, like with I had so many things I was working with and so many things, like so many burdens that God took from me. How has like God helped you with something that you've struggled with, or what's been something that you've struggled with that God's really come through for you?
So, in year 7, one of my classmates told me that I was ugly. And for the next 3 years, I believed that. So I'd hide in my own shadow, and like I was so self-conscious.
Yeah.
It was only until about last year that I fully gave it over to God, and He's really restructured the way I see myself. It's been really amazing.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good. What about you, Maddie?
With me, like just growing up, I never thought I was good enough. Like everything I did was like for other people, not for myself. It was like everything I did, it was like, oh, like if I stuffed up or I didn't come first or like something went wrong, it was really hard for me
Yeah.
because like I just had to like do something as well. If I didn't, people would like make fun of me and be like, oh, you stuffed up, like, oh, you stitch up, and I'm like, yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, and God took that
Yeah.
control of that. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I know for me, like you said, kind of self-image is huge for people, and anyone who's watching, wherever you are, or whatever you're going through right now, just like the girls, God can come through for you in your situation. Lots of the time, we think that like, oh, God doesn't care, or like God doesn't care about me or what I'm going through or what I'm struggling with. But He actually does, and He wants to help you with that, and He wants to know you personally. And so, yeah, if you're watching and you feel that way, I just want to say that God loves you and He's with you. And if you give those things to Him, just like these girls, you can see breakthrough in your life. And so that's so good, girls. I think that's awesome. It's amazing. And what would you say to someone, you know, like with the time that we're in, isolation, and people kind of have to stay home, and you're doing school at home, and basically you don't leave the house unless you get out to grocery shop or go for exercise or something like that. So what would you say to someone who, you know, was feeling lonely at the moment, or who was kind of feeling isolated, or who's struggling with stuff? Like, what would you want to say to them?
Get around people who love you, because they're the ones who's like
So
really going
good.
to support you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't fill your life up with people who don't mean anything to you, because they're just going to tear you down.
Yeah, awesome. Get around people who love you. That's so good. Maddie.
Wait, should I answer honestly or like?
Go for it.
Well, honestly, I would say suck it up, princess. That's what I would tell someone. I'm like, it's not my issue. Like, but like, to be honest, it's just like, just put everything onto God. Like,
Yeah.
stay through it. Like, don't give up, because like it'll get better in the end.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. God's there with you, and He helps you out, and He will come through for you. You know, if you live with the faith that, you know what, God, you are there and you're going to come through for me. Like you said, it helps when you get around people that love you and stuff like that. Youth's good for that too. So, and if you're watching and stuff and you feel that way, why don't you reach out to one of us, one of the leaders, message us on a Rev page, stuff like that, and we will get around you, because we do love you guys. And do you have a Bible verse or a worship song or something, a podcast maybe, or anything that you're reading or listening to that is helping you at the moment, or that you would recommend?
I'll go first.
Go for it.
So the Bible verse I live by is Romans 8:28. He works things for the good of those who love him according to his purpose.
So good.
And my favourite song is Jesus Loves Me. Every time I sing that song, I cry.
Yeah, so good. I love that. Romans, yeah. What about you, Izzy?
I don't remember the actual Bible verse,
It's
but I
alright.
can tell you it.
Yeah.
My peace I give you, but I do not give it to you as the world does. So do not let
So
your hearts
good.
be troubled, and do not be afraid. That's my favourite.
Yeah, that's so good.
Yeah.
And for me, I love. At the moment, I'm loving like all of the lots of different bands have been releasing worship music at the moment. Like Elevation has a new album out, which I'm really loving. And basically anything that Hillsong comes out with, I'm usually a fan of. So yeah, that's so good. Romans and I think it could be Ephesians. I'll put that out there. Let's go with that. If it's wrong, then you know what? That's okay. Look it up on Google. It'll come up. But thank you so much for sharing that with us, guys. We
Thank you for
really
having
appreciate
us.
it.
Yeah,
No worries
thank you
at all.
so much.
Thanks for joining us. Friday Night Live. Thank you for tuning in from wherever you are. If you would like to know more, hit us up in the description. You can hit us up on Facebook and on Instagram. We'll see you next week for Cruise. Thank you so much to the Bulk Up boys and the girls. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you later. Bye.